What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing a quick 2 to 3 minute fantasy football breakdown of whichever player you selected, because this is a pre-recorded intro. Now, if you want to see a more in-depth breakdown of whatever player you selected, it'll be in the description below or a notification on top. I've done a previous video on most players, so you can find it anywhere on the channel. If you like what you see today, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We have plenty of fantasy football content coming your way before your drafts. So stay tuned and let's get to the video. All right, so at number 6, I have Dalvin Cook. Now, Dalvin Cook is an interesting player. I don't want him at number 6. I like him as a player. I like him a lot as a player. I just think, and contrary to popular belief, what most people think, I don't think he's elite. I think he's very good. I think he's one step underneath. He's kind of in the tier with like the Joe Mixon. I think Josh Jacobs is really good. He's right there, but he's missing something. There's something not totally there with him. He is one of the fastest accelerators from the line of scrimmage. Where that's different is somebody like Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. If you throw it to the flat, Alvin Kamara will catch it. There's a linebacker right on him. He can start. He can stop. He'd be at 0, and he'll just take off. Dalvin Cook needs a little bit of a runway. You give him a pitch, he takes a couple steps, he's gone then. And he doesn't really have a wiggle. Where, like I said, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, even Zeke, they kind of have you throw it to him, or, he just needs to beat the safety, and he can give him a little left-right juke and get past the safety. Where Dalvin Cook's different is he kind of just does the, I'm going to go not as fast as I can, and then when you think you're going to tackle me, boom, I take off because I'm so fast, which is good, but there's a lot of plays that I think he left on the field last year, despite the great season. I mean, he's still a great player, like I said. And I think Joe Mixon and kind of Josh Jacobs are all in the same ball club of doing the same thing, where they could just make the one big play. They could just make the one last guy miss. I think they'd have a great, they'd be elite. But I still think Dalvin Cook's great. He's in a great situation in Minnesota. I mean, look what he did last year. It's possible he takes maybe a little less of a workload because of the injuries, and Alexander Madison was a good backup last year, but I still think Dalvin Cook's a great pick. The one other issue is he's missed 19 games in 3 seasons in the NFL. That's a lot of games. I mean, that's taking him with my 6th overall pick. That's a big risk. Personally, I'm not willing to take it, but I understand that at number 6, he could easily be the number 1 running back again. If he plays all 16 games, he could be the best running back in fantasy football. Now, that's something you have to decide as a fantasy drafter owner. If you go into the draft and you go, you know what? I can live with the injuries. I think Dalvin Cook, I'm not worried about the injuries. I think Dalvin Cook can play. If he gives me 14 games, I'm fine with that, which he did last year. Then go in at number 6 for Dalvin Cook, because you could get the number 1 RB in fantasy football. But just be aware, you could also get a guy that plays 6 games and is out for the year battling injury.